What's going?
Fisher.
Still waiting for Dave's text message. I don't think he's listening. Dave, if you're listening, text me.
Dude.
We'll know in about 30 seconds.
Yeah. I would guess not, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
All right. That's gone. Hello and welcome to Thursday's edition of Podstache. We no longer have as many guests as we did earlier in the week, but that's okay.
Our mom left.
At the table, we have the Asian Master of Death Maidens,
Koopa!
Yeah. Across the table, we have the very tall, hatless
Justin Shank. Man with hat.
I'm trying to think of the man with the stunning hoodie. I don't know.
Studi.
Studious hoodie.
Big hair.
Big hair. Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Yeah. Oh, Brian Lee.
And then two people in the wings, both on their phone, so it's okay. Go technology.
Hollywood and Hollywood.
Making business deals, trading stocks,
Yep.
liquidity, and
Boom.
equity, and
Damn.
bonds.
Those would be all really good African American child names.
Bonds. Bonds. You want it bonds? Well, okay.
And he has a list.
Yeah.
Well, it's because I was watching Locked Up yesterday. And, I watched that show. I watched, 3 episodes of that show. And, the white kids are so tough as soon as they get there. And then once they get there, they're, quivering. Fucking, oh, fuck me, I'm from the fucking suburbs,
What
man.
is buzz? I don't know what
But,
that is.
Locked Up? You ever seen that show?
Oh,
it's
is that
like-
when the kids that are assholes,
They
get
run them through prison and shit. They make them talk to inmates. They make them go in cells. They make them go in there. But I noticed that show. The white kids are always the most scared fucking kids. Mm-hmm. They are the most terrified. And then the black kids, it's half and half. 3 of them will be like, "Yeah, fuck this, man," but then 3 of them will be mouthing off, and I'm just this makes for good TV, dude. Just because, the one guard is, getting in the guy's face, and he's like, "You think you're tough?" And the kid's like, "If you on the streets, I have a pit bull biting your ass now." And the cop, I was just if I was that cop, I would deck this kid, dude. Because then the kid made the comment, he was like, the cop was like, "I have a daughter, I'm raising her better than this, and she ain't gonna like this because, you know why, I did the same thing your mom's doing, this, and that. Why can't you do this?" And the kid's like, "If your daughter was my age, she'd be rolling with me." And I was like, if I was that cop, I would have fucking slugged that kid, dude. That show it's mindless garbage, but it's so entertaining, dude. Oh, Locked Up, man. I love that show. They should be allowed to tase the kids on that show, dude. One of the kids tried to start a fight with one of the inmates. I'm just why would you do that?
I assume it's do they have he's the big black scary inmate try to scare him straight pretty much.
Yeah, oh yeah. But the thing was the kid that was trying to start a fight was a taller black kid who was yelling at the guards and then yelling at his mom and then the inmate there, and the kid was like, "I'll kick your ass." And I'm just this guy, he just told you he got done doing 20 years in state pen. He's in jail for petty crime right now, but he did 20 years in state pen. And why the fuck would you just be Because the thing is, in that show, when they have the kids meet the inmates, it's a straight up face to face. The inmates aren't shackled.
Right.
They're up, talking to you, and they're allowed to get right next to you. And I'm why would you ever talk to him? No matter the even if this prison inmates, yeah, they're taking 6 months off my sentence, but then this kid's "I'll kick your ass, your baby's a bitch." Why the fuck would you just be I'll say this to an inmate
I think
in
a lot
prison?
of it is that there's a camera always there.
But those prison inmates could still fucking hit you.
They can. But when you're young like that, do you remember when you remember being young?
I was a scared white kid from the suburbs, man.
Really? I hear you, but what I'm saying is that when there's a camera there, especially when you're younger, you always feel but this person can't do that, even though the consequence is right in your face instead of, what I mean?
Yeah.
You think you got a bad future in here? I ain't got no future. My future's over.
Once the lights go out, I'm your future. Shit like that. Because the one guy was man, the craziest thing shit I ever saw. they took an 18-year-old kid, 18th birthday. I watched him get raped. And I'm just like,
oh my god!
and you're mouthing off to this gentleman, and he's like, you get raped in here? Nobody's going to tell on them. And I'm just like, why? Like,
Justin's just like crying on the couch.
my Binky. But like, I mean, that show killed me though, because like I don't know why, like, some of the kids that were there didn't seem to need to be there. You know, like some of the kids were there because like they're 17 years old and they're like, I like to drink and smoke some pot. I smoke pot. Smoking pot's cool. Like, why do you need to take him to fucking prison, like, to teach him that message? Because, like, I mean, it worked because, like, they did the follow-up, and it's like, this kid's been sober for 1 year and volunteers for church now. But it's like a 17-year-old kid who's like, oh, they think smoking pot's cool. Like, which one of us didn't think smoking pot was kind of cool at 17? Like, I mean, like, when I was, like, I don't smoke pot anymore. Now
There's
that
got to
I'm
be more
older.
to it than that.
Well, but they give the whole rundown. Like, he'd never been arrested. He was just, like, mouthing off to his mom. So it's like, well, you're mouthing off to me? Prison! Like,
I'd always found it funny. Like, my dad always said something, like, especially when he's around his uncle, because they were both city
want to
guys.
get raped in jail?
No, they both grew up in the city when they were young, you know. And my uncle would say something, you know, about pot or whatever related. And my dad would be like, dude, they're country kids. They don't know any better. I'm like, what? But I wouldn't say, yeah, obviously you don't say anything to that.
Fuck you, Dad.
But I think we had a cool approach to it. And the fact that we grew up where we grew up, man, I remember we used to have house parties at 16, 15, you know, and we'd all get fucking toasted, man, and hammered. And it's just because you're in the country, you got away with it, you know?
Yeah. What would, okay, so go around the table. What would each of our prison names be? Like prison nicknames. Yours could be Shank, still.
I'll say, like, Lizard Man.
Curly.
Curly.
Koopa?
No, it's got to be like tough, man.
The King.
Yeah, King.
Panda.
No, the King.
The King.
King.
Zebra.
Yo, that's Master Panda right there.
Panda.
He the wise old sage of the joint. That's what your role would be. You'd be like the wise old guy who keeps his mouth shut, and then somebody would be like, man.
Dude, I would be
Panda,
the wise
I
one.
got
I'd be the
fucked
guy
up.
being like, all right, guys, listen. I'm just going to tell this straight out. You guys want hand jobs? Let's do it. Like, just leave me alone.
Yo, it's Hand Job Panda.
I just don't want to put it in my mouth.
Name is Hand Job Panda, dude.
The ceiling in his cell is just dripping.
Yeah. Just don't make me put it in my mouth. Or in my butt.
Oh, let's just get it over with. Please, not the face.
Final countdown. Oh, God.
He's singing into the cock.
Jump.
Yeah, I'd be bad in prison.
I'd cry. I could not go to prison, dude. I'd be a bitch, man. I mean, maybe
fish.
maybe it would harden me. Who knows? Like, maybe it would toughen me up. But at the same time, I see myself. If I ever went to prison for some reason, I would just like be in the corner, trying to act tough and be like, "I'll fucking stab you." Just don't my ass. Like, I would not work well there.
The whistles got woo.
Yeah. I can hold my own in a mosh pit, but when it comes to a bunch of guys who want to put it in my butt, I can't take that. I got tits. They'd fucking kill me. Brian, what would your name be? The Birdman.
Bird's word.
Bleh.
I don't know.
We got juicy fruit over here.
Tasty cakes.
Oatmeal? I
We
don't
call
know.
him Foot by the Foot.
Oh, no.
What are those snacks called? With the fucking you peel out the fucking shapes.
Fruit roll-ups.
Fruit roll-ups.
Is that my name?
Better than Gusher.
That's his boyfriend's name. Fruit by the Foot and Gusher. The creepiest prison names ever. Well, it reminds me, like, I don't know. Like, you guys ever watch Arrested Development?
No.
I love that show fucking so much.
It's awesome.
Well, like,
Fantastic.
when David Cross's character Tobias chooses to go to prison to study for an acting role, and his nickname is Dorothy because all he does is sing Somewhere Over the Rainbow and like console inmates. Dude, it fucking like you gotta watch it, man. It kills me every time. It kills me. I don't know, man.
I had ideas for what we were supposed to talk
prison?
about. No, I'm just.
So we get into Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah.
It's like I was saying, he's like. I mean, do you listen to him at all?
Who is he?
Oh my. Okay, so he's an astrophysicist.
Atheist.
Is he an atheist?
Oh yeah. I think so.
He is, but he doesn't like that label.
Okay.
Astrophysicist. There we go. Yeah. Because what was it? I think I heard him. Originally. It was either on Nerdist or Joe Rogan, and then I started listening to his podcast, which is fucking.
He's a podcast?
Yeah.
It's on Stitcher?
Star Talk. Yeah, it's on Stitcher.
I'm gonna find that. And listen to
It's
it
fucking
tomorrow.
awesome, dude. But like every now and then, like he'll like do like just like where he just answers questions for whole episodes, and it's fucking awesome. And it's just like it can even be like little things where like whenever you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're looking at yourself in the past. Now, granted, it's only 200 billionths of a second ago, but still, that's because that's how fast light travels.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but it's like I don't know, and it's like, and every now and then, like he'll just try, just drop like fucking knowledge, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, dude,
Yeah.
science is cool. Even though
Like-
it was like the subject I least liked in high school.
Really?
Dude,
Science?
dude, I hated science.
Math was
dude.
my least favorite.
Both.
You're Asian.
Yeah, it didn't work.
Asian-ish.
Asian-ish.
What was that like? There's those. I forget what it's called. It's like those minute and a half long things on YouTube, like the science minutes or whatever, where like someone's like drawn on a dry erase board while someone
yeah.
narrates.
Yeah.
And Neil deGrasse Tyson did one about like disproving the idea of God almost. But like what it came down to was the coolest theory because he's like, you know, this, I mean, it's a lot of shit in a minute and a half. But he's like, you know, so this, and this, and why this happens in this way. So he's like, is there no God? I can't say that. But I'm 99.99% sure that, you know, there is no higher power. Because, like,
Yeah.
scientifically, he did this math down to it. I'm like, it's kind of intense, man. And like, the whole time, it's just like dropping bombs,
Oh, and
you
then
know?
what was it? And then I posted that video where it was mostly him because he was at this like hearing that had to do with the budget and NASA, and I think they were trying to cut the budget for NASA or
Which
get
they-
rid of NASA or
yeah.
something like that. And he made the point that the bank bailout cost more than the 50-year budget of NASA. And I'm
Damn.
just like, fuck, dude. And like what? Like basically the budget like per tax dollar towards NASA is like a fourth of a penny or something like that.
Really?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like crazy stuff like that.
He's fucking smart as shit.
Hell yeah. But he
Like-
said, but he's
he's
it's,
funny, too.
It's, yeah, it's in the way. Yeah, he explains it.
He's not a dick about it. You know, he's very sarcastic kind of sometimes. Because like I mean, like I remember I follow his Twitter feed, and like the rare times I do check Twitter, I remember right when I started following him, someone like because he knows a lot about everything, you know. But someone posted a picture of a spider that was in their house, and they're like, "Hey Neil, what kind of spider is this?" And he's like, "I don't know, big, brown, and scary." He's like, "Creeps me out. Might be a wolf spider. Don't ask me. I know about this." Like I was like, "That's the best answer ever."
That's awesome.
But then he also posted like around New Year's Eve. Or like no, it was he had a party for the apocalypse, and it was something along the lines of like about how he was like I think he was like drinking like red wine all night, and like him posting as he's drinking red wine all night and dancing. I'm like, Neil deGrasse Tyson drinks red wine and dances. That's fucking awesome. And he was on the Daily Show too.
Yeah.
And like he busted Jon Stewart's balls instantly because he gets on the Daily Show and Jon Stewart starts talking. He's like, John, I gotta tell you real quick. During your intro segment, when the world's rotating, it's going the wrong way. And Jon Stewart's like, God damn it! Like, it's fucking, dude. He like, if you guys don't have a chance, like if you have a chance, like Facebook, he posts shit on.
Yeah.
Twitter, he's on. YouTube, he has a bunch of shit. He has a podcast that I'm gonna check out. Obviously, he's the poster child for science.
Yeah. It's very good.
Awesome, hilarious, smart, and funny.
Yes.
Badass.
NDT, he's like my god.
E.T.
NDT.
Andy T, he's my god.
Ouch. Let's do random time. Oh, and this might be kind of funny. You guys, you've had your wisdom teeth out or anything like that?
Yeah, I've
or
had my
small
wisdom.
surgery or any type?
Yeah.
You were under anesthesia, right? Mm-hmm. You?
No, I
Nothing?
I have no bottom wisdom teeth, and then when I was young, I had 2 of my permanent teeth extracted, so there's enough room for the top.
Oh,
Okay.
fuck
But
off.
did you ever have surgery that you remember how it went or anything like that? Like waking up?
I've never had
going
to be knocked out.
Okay.
But I've had so like when I had those
Okay.
extracted.
Well, because there was a Reddit post last night that was like meant for doctors of Reddit, but it was like, what's the funniest things you've heard people do while going under or coming out of anesthesia? There was, dude, like, I was laughing my ass off reading these. Like, one of them was, like, when I was going under, they put the IV thing on my finger, and there was a red light on it. So he said every chance I had, I would point at the nurse and go, ouch. And he said the nurse had to leave the room and shit. But have you guys had anything, like, when you've had gone under for a wisdom teeth or surgery or whatever, any funny memories
Yeah.
of, like, going under or coming out? Like, what happened?
Well, going under sucked because I was getting my wisdom teeth taken out, and they gave me they give you a couple things. Like, first you start, they give you the stuff, and they said, the doctor came in, he's like, well, we'll just get started, and what they did is they started throwing needles in my fucking, they started, no. They started shooting my jaw up with like Novocaine or whatever it was. I don't know what they were shooting me up with. So I was still awake, and I just remember like going like, just all my muscles just going, and just being really tense, and then I passed out, right?
Oh, no.
But when I woke up,
Why'd you do that?
I woke up and the nurse is there. It's just not the doctors, it's the nurse. And you're feeling fucking amazing at that point. Yeah. The nurse is like, all right, let's go to the waiting room, or like the room where, you kind of wake up a little bit. I go, okay, let's do that. And then she like grabbed my arms, and then I immediately grabbed like around her waist and around her and danced into the room. So the nurse immediately told my mother, who got such a kick out of it. Yeah, he was dancing with me.
Chris, you got anything good?
No. Especially compared to that, no, not at all.
That beats mine by a mile. Because like I remember when I had my knee surgery sophomore year of high school, they put me under and shit. And like I have pictures of them doing the surgery, which is kind of cool. Because I was like, I really want to see what this looks like. So I gave them, like, I'm like, can you guys take this disposable camera and just take pictures of what's going on? They're like, yeah, we'll do that. That's fucking cool, man. So like I have like at home, I have a photo, like a set of just them like jamming things in my knee and stuff, like. And it's not gory or anything because it's arthroscopic, but it's still them like cutting in like a tube and then a little farther tube, and it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. But I remember waking up in the recovery room, and you're in a bed. There's like a bunch of other beds in there. But the thing I remember waking up to is me going like this, oh, and I was like, I gotta get out, and I'm trying to get out of the bed. And it's a raised hospital bed. I just had knee surgery. No! And I've got 4 female nurses like, no, Justin, relax. Like, holding my leg and like, relax. I'm just like, gotta get out of here. I gotta go right now. And like, and then blacking back out. Like,
That's awesome.
but like, that's what kills me, is that the thought that like, if I would have overpowered them and like hopped out of that bed, like,
Back to surgery.
yeah. But that was like, yeah, yours is awesome. My wisdom tooth was pretty funny because I decided to play a joke on my mom after I got my wisdom teeth out. Because like after I got him out, they woke me up and they're like, all right, you're free to go, and just keep an eye on him. He's still kind of loopy. The anesthesia will wear off in like an hour. And my mom picked me up, she was there and she put me in the truck. And I was like, the whole time I'm just like out. And then she's like getting ready to get me out of the truck. And I'm like, it'd be really funny if I put a joke on her. So she gets me out of the truck and like I'm standing there and she's like, are you ready to go? And I look at her, I'm like this. Ooh. I decided to like fake fall over, and she kind of caught me, and I kind of caught myself on the door at the same time because I wasn't thinking that like I really am doped up. So if I do like if I'm really fucked up, I'll fall over. Luckily, the truck door was there, and she grabbed me because if I would have fallen, I would have eaten shit. Like face like ooh.
I loved being that feeling because I remember afterwards we went to get the medicine because that's what sucks. When your wisdom teeth come out, you feel great. When you come out, you got about an hour of that.
Yeah.
After that hour...
And you can't fall asleep. Like they don't want you to fall asleep for that hour.
After that hour, you're fucked. So we went straight over because...
So they want you to fall asleep while you're in pain, pretty much.
Right.
Like.
So after that hour, it just starts wearing off. And I remember I went into the fucking store because we went to get they gave us a prescription. Liquid Vicodin, by the way. Highly suggest it.
Amazing.
Just tell them you can't swallow pills. So it's actually really simple. I have an issue. I don't.
Job, Panda.
I chew every pill that I have. I don't swallow them.
Really?
I can't swallow pills. I was traumatized as a child.
You can snort them,
I can, but I just chew everything and just bring it
Oh,
down.
that tastes awful.
Yeah, it's quicker if you snort it.
You get used to it.
I'm kidding.
Well, you get used
3
to it. What
months,
I
no
do,
drugs.
like if you chew it and then let the bottom of your tongue take it, like instead of the top, so you bring your tongue up a little bit, and then you throw the water down, and then you take it down. It's good. But yeah, I hear you, man. It's not the most amazing thing in the world, but you get used to it.
Yeah.
But liquid Vicodin, amazing.
It is. Because when I had bronchitis for the first time ever, it was in high school. I didn't smoke back then, but it was in the middle of winter at my parents' house, and we used to seal off all the windows with like plastic shit. And there was a leak in one of them next to my bed, and I remember going to sleep, waking up freezing cold, and not thinking. And then I woke up in the morning, and I couldn't talk and shit. So I went to the doctor, and they gave me I don't know if it was liquid Vicodin, but it was like Tylenol 3, which is codeine, and it was the liquid shit. And like, dude, oh my god. let me tell you,
so fast, and it just fucking
I
knocks your
was
ass out.
cured in like 4 days, but I had 3 refills in the prescription, and I took all of them because I was like, this makes me go to sleep.
Oh, dude, when I broke my collarbone,
For like a month.
so much fucking codeine and Vicodin.
Yeah.
Like, I remember I was walking around school just so fucked up.
Well, that's
like,
what sucked though. Like after my prescription ran out, and I ran out of that last like shot, like because I was using it just to fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because like at that time I was like, what was I doing? I was dating Tara back then. Remember Tara?
Wombat?
No, a different one. Ryan! You know.
There's another one?
So like we'd have like late nights, like phone calls and cutie shit. Because I was like 18. I was like, you know, love you. But like, you know, I'd be like,
You don't know what love is.
yeah, what is love?
Baby, don't hurt me.
Anyways, I did not say
We're
that.
faking that.
Yeah.
Faking love.
Well, no, they
butt
say,
sex.
I love you, and you're just like,
Yeah.
I love you. Now I know what's happening.
Yeah.
So I thought I was cool with it at the time, but like in retrospect, I was just like I was in love with the fact that my penis was being touched regularly, and that was
Yeah.
the coolest thing in the
Exactly,
world.
and
to me.
that's
Like,
why the I love yous came pretty easily.
Yeah. But yeah, because like I was taking it all the time. I was like drinking it every night before I went to sleep. This codeine because I'd be up late talking. I had to wake up early in the morning, and it would give me like 4.5 hours of sleep. That's how it would wear off after that, so I could wake up to go to school. And then after it ran out, I found myself like laying in bed, like, what am I doing? Why am I not sleeping? Like I couldn't fall asleep, and I'm like, is this a real addiction? Like,
Sleeping pills scare me like that. Have you
Oh,
ever
I
had a
cannot
sleeping pill before?
No.
I took a sleeping pill once, and you have to kind of ride it. You have to ride it out. When you feel it going, you got to kind of just be ready to go. And if you miss that little kind of wave, your body's asleep, but your mind's fucking going. And that fucking blows. Yeah.
That's like drug talk, real quick.
Can we save it for next
Yes,
episode?
we can.
We'll be right back.
Hey!
I was about to talk about snorting heroin.